This is how you can start prioritizing yourself and strengthen your self-love to improve every single aspect of your life. If you want to know the magic pill that'll get you to your dream version, your dream life, your dream self, then stick around to the end of this video because I'm spilling the habits that I implemented into my life to become my best version of myself and to live my best life. And so by the end of this video, you'll have the 4 things that I did to start implementing acts of self-love into my routine to show to myself that I'm my number 1 priority and I actually do care for myself. Before I get into the nitty-gritty details of the exact things I did, I first want to illustrate this whole motivation as to why you should prioritize yourself with a little story of the man and the goose that laid golden eggs. Once upon a time, there was a man that had a goose that laid 1 golden egg every single day. At first, this man was kind of skeptical of this goose and was like, why are you laying golden eggs? You know, are these even legit? But then over time, he started to realize that these golden eggs were legit and something that he could trade to build up his wealth. But over time, this man grew greedy. Eventually, after a while, he killed his goose because he wanted to grow wealth even more quicker and quicker and quicker. So he thought by slaughtering his goose that he'll get more golden eggs and then he'll become more wealthier. When he slaughtered his goose, he realized that this goose was just like any other goose and that there was nothing special about this goose. And then he just regretted his decision. He learned his lesson that greed leads to ruin and he lost his only source of wealth. Okay, and so there's also another thing that we can learn from this story, and it's the concept of product and product capability. If the man had just focused on nourishing his goose, he would have increased the goose's product capability, right? Could have had a chance that this goose laid 2 eggs per day instead of 1 egg per day, you know? And through that, he would have generated so much more wealth for himself. In the same way, you could actually be doing things to kill your goose. In this case, the goose is you. You could be doing things to make yourself worse in the long term instead of doing things that nourish you and allow you to grow, right? And these are the 3 major things that could be blocking you from growing and actually be killing your little goose that's inside of you. And so the first one is always letting other people control you, as in what you do, the time you spend, what you spend your time doing. You let other people control how your day turns out. The second thing is you're always trying to please the other person and you let this person take advantage of you and the things that you do for them, and then in the process you neglect taking care of yourself and neglect the things that you know that you need to do for yourself. And the third thing is neglecting your health and never sitting with your own thoughts and always being constantly distracted. And so those are the 3 major things that you probably might be doing in your daily life that are preventing you from growing and giving you diminishing returns in your life, right? And now that we know the motivation of why we should prioritize ourselves and a couple of things that you could be doing on a daily basis that may be deprioritizing yourself and showing yourself that you don't value yourself enough, let's now get into the top 4 things that you can implement into your life right now to start showing yourself self-love and showing yourself that you prioritize yourself and that you are your number 1 priority. So the list I have here is the things that you should be doing outside of just the basic necessities, which you should be already doing, which is like taking care of your health, making sure you have good sleep, good exercise, and good food. And so these are the things outside those basic things that also show yourself that you are your number 1 priority. And so let's get into it. The first thing that you can do is to dedicate the first 15 to 30 minutes to even 1 hour of your day and the end of your days completely to yourself, okay? Don't talk with anyone. Don't go start studying. Don't go start doing work. Wake up early enough so that you're able to dedicate the first hour and the last hour of your day to just yourself. And within this hour, you can do activities that show your self-love, right? And so within this hour, it could be some things like meditating or journaling or exercising or like doing your hobby, right? Especially at night. Like if you really like reading and kind of fell out of touch with it, then that is something that you can also implement into your last hour of your day, along with journaling and exercising and meditating. Doing this will really show your brain that you are your number 1 priority, because the first thing you do, you're taking care of yourself and you're making sure that your needs are met instead of just sacrificing yourself for other people's needs, which you might have just been doing your whole entire life, right? That's why dedicating at least minimum 15 minutes, right? I would say go ahead and do the whole hour, right? But minimum dedicate the first and last 15 minutes of your day just to yourself and just showing yourself that you care for yourself and making sure your needs are met and making sure that you're happy and well and not rushed, and you actually make sure that you're actually setting yourself up for a good day. And so the second thing that you can do to show yourself love and build this prioritization and value that you have with yourself is to not sacrifice yourself for other people. Don't end up people pleasing and just neglecting all the plans that you had for yourself just because of other people, right? And this is really a big thing, because if you just start letting other people dictate your whole day, your whole life, your whole everything, then you'll just kind of be like, man, when am I going to get time for myself? And so this is a really big thing, is that make sure you don't sacrifice yourself, your time, and the things that you know you wanted to do, the things that you know you need to do. Don't sacrifice it for other people, right? Don't let a yes to someone else mean a no to you. And the third thing that you can do outside of just the basic main health things is to take yourself out on solo dates, right? This could be just like a monthly thing that you just set aside, schedule a whole day just for yourself, and just make sure that you are pouring in the same effort you pour into someone else. You pour that same effort into yourself. And it's not just like you're only giving so much to other people. Like, start giving to yourself. Start giving yourself experiences and pushing yourself outside your comfort zone and trying something new and trying something a bit unfamiliar, just a tad bit, so that you actually grow in the process of taking yourself out on these solo dates, right? Like, if you're like so like kind of scared to like be seen alone, then this is really a great idea, because it'll help build your confidence, trust, and it'll show that you actually value yourself, and the next time around you can actually have more fun because you'll be much more comfortable with yourself. The fourth thing that you can do is to figure out what you want in life, okay? Not what your parents want, not what your friend want, not what I want for you, not what the influencer wants for you. What do you want for your life? And after you figure out what you truly want for your life in this current moment, make a plan accordingly and start taking action towards the thing that you want in your life. Because in the end, this is the only life you have, and if you don't figure out how you want to live it, other people are going to decide how you are going to live your life. And so that was the 4 main things that I started implementing into my life, and things I started doing to help show me that I prioritize myself and that I am my number one priority. And to sum everything all up, just make sure you focus on your health, create some goals and work on a plan, and spend time with yourself, right? Spend time with your thoughts, spend time alone, and just get to know yourself, right? Because in reality, all you have is yourself. You are the only one that is responsible for how your life is currently playing out. Focus on nourishing your product capabilities instead of just focusing on the end product that you receive after the hours of work that you put in, right? Like, you can't expect to score well on a test if you are literally physically and mentally not even able to do well on that test because you didn't sleep the night before, because you were so worried of failing that test, when in reality, if you had just slept well, eaten well, exercised, and studied way beforehand, then you would have scored much better on this test, right? So imagine it something like that. Make sure that you take care of yourself and push yourself to produce work that you're proud of and create a life that you think is worth living. And so that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was a short and sweet little video, and I hope this really provided you guys with some value, and I hope that it was educational for you. If you thought it was, consider liking, subscribing, or sharing it to someone that may also use it too. And I'm Krisha, and I will see you next week.